And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the tip. Hello again, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Thunder here to defend the home court, playing host to the Eastern Conference. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Josh Smith in this one?
Yeah, what he gives his team, to me, guys, is a defensive anchor in the paint. Someone who can clog the lane and really block a lot of shots.
And it's so important to have that kind of player, Steve. I mean, very few teams can boast a man with his prowess as a shot blocker.
So Detroit will get the first possession. Now Jennings. Stuckey outside. He's looking for Monroe and finds him. From 6 away, and it's blocked by Ibaka. 3-on-3. Durant with it. Now Smith defending. The dish to Westbrook. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. Left side, Ibaka. Perkins kicks to Ibaka. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Westbrook. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
You know, I understand that sometimes you just want to sit back and enjoy watching him put up points, but not if you're the defense. I think Westbrook may be the most explosive player in the game right now. I mean, you got Wade, Kobe, Derrick Rose, but I think Russell Westbrook, with his speed and quickness, is probably the guy right now.
And Westbrook, really a freak athlete. Clark, a terrific dunker.
Yeah, he's a guy you would just love to see in the dunk contest, Kevin, but he says he's more of a game dunker and might not shine in the exhibition type format, and I can understand that. The dunks that Russell does in games are so vicious and so posterizing that it's hard to create that same type of tenacity and energy in a contest. So I think there are some guys that are more geared towards dunking in games than winning dunk contests.
Now here's Jennings, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. There's the double team with Westbrook. Smith left side. Shoots from the elbow, and the basket good.
Could be the first of many mid-range jump shots we see from him today.
Westbrook against Jennings. It's Westbrook with the drive. There's the pass to Perkins. Westbrook against Smith. Outside Jennings. He dishes it to Stuckey. The tray. Shot is off. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Cephalosha up top. He's guarded by Jennings. Cephalosha passes to Westbrook. And it's sent back by Drummond. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. The Pistons have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Jennings dishes to Stuckey. He feeds it to Monroe. Outside Jennings. Smith kicks to Stuckey. Monroe, the pass to Stuckey. They grabbed their own miss. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one. Drummond was really playing extremely well during his rookie year, and all of a sudden showing the promise that scouts saw in him earlier, and then he had the back injury, and that really put a speed bump in his progress.
First one falls for him. We're going back to Drummond. The Pistons training staff had found going into last season that despite his incredible athleticism, he did have some imbalances strength-wise.
That's something that often happens when a player comes out of college. He gets to the NBA, very sophisticated training staffs, and they find ways that players can improve athletically and strength-wise. And that's kind of scary when you're talking about Andre Drummond. I mean, as if he's not already athletic and strong enough.
Put together a great team, fans can get a little wild. When you put together a great team that's exciting to watch too, then they really get wild. And that's what you have to deal with when you go to Oklahoma City. A great team with terrific fans.
It's Westbrook with the drive. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Ibaka slams it in.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game. A potential momentum builder.
Here's Jennings. Following the score by Serge Ibaka. Stuckey dishes to Monroe. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Perkins. Now here is Cephalosha. Tight defense on him. They get it back, and that one's good. Durant. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, pass to Stuckey. Feeds to Smith. To Drummond. Here's Monroe. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Westbrook with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Right side Durant. Ibaka, and it's blocked by Monroe. Smith outside. Right wing. Takes a three. And Rodney Stuckey the bucket on the assist from Brandon Jennings. Stuckey's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Ibaka with the screen on Jennings. Westbrook passes to Cephalosha. It's Durant on the wing. Sinks the three-pointer. Durant's got 5.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Now here's Jennings. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Durant attacking, and that one's good.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Collison's out there. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
Now here's Stuckey. Here's Monroe. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Cephalosha up top. He's guarded by Stuckey. Cephalosha dishes to Westbrook. Elbow shot is on the way. It's Drummond with the rebound.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
On the wing, Stuckey. By Cephalosha. And another 3 for Detroit.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. The Thunder have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Westbrook kicks to Durant. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Jerebko's checked in for Andre Drummond. Detroit's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. It's Jennings with the drive, and that one's good. Thunder have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Westbrook gets a screen from Collison. The 15-footer. Rejected by Monroe. Stuckey with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Here's Jennings. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. 7 points for Brandon Jennings.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
That is good.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Here's Jerebko. It's back to Jennings. Stuckey outside. Another 3 for Detroit.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Westbrook against Jennings. Westbrook kicks to Collison. Clock at 6. It's blocked. Here's Ibaka. They shoot again. Offensive rebound. Shoots over Monroe. Shot's good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, coaches love it because of the hustle he's continually showing out on the floor. And I think where you really see it most is on the offensive board.
And something else you can't forget about is his shot blocking, Steve. I mean, he's an intimidator down low. I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
And here's Westbrook. He has 5. And then Durant with the jam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Jennings against Westbrook. Jennings kicks to Smith. The shot's good from Jerebko. And the Pistons lead by 3.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Jonas Jerebko is really a mobile, hustling 4-man out of Sweden. I mean, a nice find for the Pistons as a second-round pick back in 2009.
A different look here for Detroit. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Monroe. Kyle Singler comes in for Josh Smith. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Rodney Stuckey. Outside Collison. Durant attacking. Kicks to land. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jackson. Off target from three-point range. And Jerebko had that Achilles tear, missed the 2010-2011 season.
Yeah, but he bounced back nicely. A little bit of a tweener, kind of a small forward, power forward hybrid, but he's tough. You love the energy and the defense that he brings to the game.
Yeah, Jonas is a nice rotation big, you're right. Jackson with it. Phillips picks him up defensively. Pass to Collison. Durant up top. To the paint. The beat with the bucket.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Pistons leading by 3. Phillips passes to Villanueva. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
Well, they've really come out on fire with the killer instinct here, absolutely torching it from beyond the arc.
Jackson dishes to Thabit. Now the feed to Durant. Singler with the rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Here's Villanueva, and Thabit sends it back, and he recovers it, and that is good. Here's Jackson, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Dishes it to Thabit. He kicks it to Lamb. The pass to Thabit. Outside Jackson, pocket 6. The jump hook. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Singler cashes in for a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Piston lead.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Durant kicks to Collison. That's good. Collison's got his second basket of the game.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on him.
Villanueva passes to Urebko. With the floater, it's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Jackson. Back to Durant. And stolen by Billups. Here's Singler. Can't get it to go. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Pistons ahead. They're up by 8. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard too.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Durant. Perkins is out there with Nick Collison. Then there's Jackson, and it's Lamb in at the 2. Detroit leading by 8. Right side Billups. And Drummond kicks to Caldwell Pope. Launches it. Nice shot by Singler. Singler's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Pistons. Oklahoma City shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Jackson dishes to Perkins. Outside Durant. Left side Durant. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Durant's got 13.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Inside to Villanueva. Good. And the Pistons lead by 11.
Beautiful reverse. He got his glide on and left the D in the rearview mirror.
So it's the Thunder now. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Gentlemen, Russell Westbrook has been criticized in the past for shooting instead of passing to Kevin Durant. And while teammate Kendrick Perkins joked that sometimes he wanted to strangle him a little bit, Coach Scott Brooks said, quote, "There are times when my hair is almost out." Brooks added, "Russell is a dynamic offensive player. We need that." And Durant himself said, "Some people are going to love you, some people are going to hate you. So what? We need Russell to do what he does." Kevin?
Infectious enthusiasm, Doris. You see it every time he steps on the floor.
He did it his way, which is what I respect, and he really took the league by storm.
The dish to Lamb. Fires for 3. They get it back. No good from Perkins.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Here's Billups, and he gets it to go. Billups has got 5.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Collison, and again, unable to change momentum here.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Now here's Drummond. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
Well, Andre Drummond, the ninth pick out of UConn in the 2012 draft, he's starting to look like a steal for the Pistons now. Big men with this size and mobility just don't come along very often.
And he can't get the first one. And back to Drummond, you talk about his size. A lot of young players need to bulk up. You might argue that he should try not to get any bigger. What do you think?
Well, he's 6'11", 280. I mean, he's not getting overpowered by anybody. So for him, I think staying light makes sense. He's only 20 years of age, so trying to stay as agile and light as possible is probably the way to go.
Save some wear and tear on his body.
Yeah.
Good on the second free throw. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
You know, one thing with Scott Brooks, guys, he's very consistent with his message. You listen in on those timeouts. It's all about getting stops. Defense, 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 and letting their offense come from that.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, during that break, Coach Maurice Cheeks had some words for his team. He was very animated in the huddle, asking his players why they were losing so many physical battles, and told them they needed to start showing their own strength. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And Clark, you mentioned Brooks' single-mindedness. He stayed pretty constant with his rotations, too.
And there's no doubt players appreciate knowing their role, but a lot of critics have been surprised at how Brooks has stuck to his lineups. Some lineups that didn't seem to be all that effective. You know, his usual starting lineup with Cephalosha and Perkins on the floor hasn't been their best in terms of plus-minus, but Brooks very loyal to his starting group.
Now here's Lamb. Josh Smith unable to get his shot to go. Now here's Lamb. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Rejected by Monroe.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge.
Here's Smith, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
It was interesting. Last season, Josh Smith really had issues at the foul line. Started the year off slow and never could get on track. Strange to see, you know, a talented player like that, and a guy who's been a reasonable foul shooter in the past, have such a dip like that.
That free throw, no good. And for Josh Smith, his shooting touch has been a weak point.
Yeah, it has been up and down, inconsistent, but he's a terrific finisher inside. The question throughout his career is, why does he shoot so many outside jumpers? He's a tremendous player in every other facet of the game. You could argue that if not for his suspect shot selection, he'd already have made at least one or more All-Star games.
You know, as we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has improved. It's gotten more aggressive, more physical.
It sure seems like it has. They spend a lot of time at the foul line this quarter.
Outside Jennings. He dishes it to Drummond. Jennings passes to Smith. Stuckey outside. Jennings for three. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. 10 points for Brandon Jennings.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
And Brandon Jennings gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. He feeds it to Lamb. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Smith.
He's not a guy they're going to be able to count on the way he's playing in this quarter. Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there. Serge Ibaka, born and raised in the Republic of Congo. We've had African-born players in the league for decades, but it seems that as the league has reached out to develop talent there, the numbers are increasing from that part of the world.
He's off on the first. And going back to Ibaka and the growing talent coming from the continent of Africa. Steve, 1 billion people there.
Soccer is still the biggest sport there, but steadily the NBA has made inroads, providing courts and equipment and coaching around the continent. So you would expect more and more players to come to the league from Africa.
Oh, Dang and Mute and Hashim Thabit. We'll get some notable players in the league from there. Pistons leading by 15. Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. Pass to Stuckey. It's back to Jennings. Jennings off a pick from Drummond. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. For the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
Hashim Thabit, he's checked in for Kendrick Perkins. Here's Westbrook. He has 5. Feeds it to Ibaka. Fades away, and he gets it to go. Ibaka's got 5 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Here's Jennings. He's got 10. Smith outside. The jump hook. Here's Monroe. The shot is off. Ibaka with some nice D. Thunder trailing by 13. Westbrook gets a screen from Thabit. Off the left rim and out. The Pistons have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Jennings can't get it to go.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Stuckey. And he banks in the layup. Stuckey's got 8 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Detroit.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
We've also seen them do a great job of not letting easy shots go into the paint. Good amount of blocks for this team so far today.
Here's Jennings. Following the basket by Jeremy Lamb. Stuckey kicks to Monroe. Back to Stuckey. Ibaka with some nice D.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Westbrook dishes to Thabit. Stuckey against Westbrook. Sefolosha passes to Lamb. Shot clock at 6. Here's Thabit. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Jennings. 10 points for him. And he gets it to go.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Thunder trailing by 15. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Now here is Sefolosha, covered by Smith. Sefolosha kicks to Lamb. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
I think he was surprised to see the pass coming his way, and he reacted a little late.
Your Repco's checked in for Detroit. Detroit leading by 15. Jennings with the ball. 12 points for him. Here's Monroe, and it's blocked by Thabit. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
11 seconds on the shot. 11.
Here's Smith. And that's a foul. It's called on Cephalosha. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Now here is Monroe. He's got 6. Jennings dishes to Smith. Pass to Urebko. Just 4 to shoot. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Urebko's got 5 points so far. Thunder trailing by 18. Right side Westbrook. Kicks it to Thabit. And the rejection by Monroe. Jennings with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
Now Westbrook, 5 points in the game. Pass to Cephalosha. The feed to Lamb. Out left to the wing. And he gets it to go. No problem on the 3 from Cephalosha. Cephalosha's got himself on the board with 3 there. Smith with a screen on Westbrook. Dishes to Stuckey. Lets a floater go, and the layup is up and in. Stuckey's got 10.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here's Westbrook, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And he's having all sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite honest. Not a reliable one anyway.
Now here is Smith. The 3, and another 3 for Detroit.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. The pass to Thabit. Second chance effort, and that one's good. Westbrook, 7 points in the game.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Jennings against Westbrook. Jennings with the bucket.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
The dish to Ibaka. And again, it's Oklahoma City. And here's Jennings. 14 points for him. He kicks it to Stuckey. Smith outside. He dishes it to Urebko. They get the rebound. Monroe, no good.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Lamb off the pick from Ibaka. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 6 points for Lamb.
Well, he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Pass to Smith to the right side. Jennings against Westbrook. Jennings passes to Smith. Cephalosha with the steal. And Lamb kicks to Westbrook. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. Lamb. Rebound, Detroit. Urebko's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jennings with the ball. Now defended by Cephalosha. Jennings dishes to Stuckey. Knocks it loose. In low to Monroe. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Ibaka. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Good on the shot. And it's 8 points for Lamb.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
Westbrook against Jennings. Banked in off the glass.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
Westbrook passes to Lamb. And it's off from three-point range. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Pistons lead by 18. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Scott, early on, you found yourself trailing and trying to make up that ground. What effect does playing from a deficit have on this group?
Well, it's not good, but we're just fighting. I thought we did a better job of really attacking and looking for each other. We got to continue to do that, Doris.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thanks, Doris. And folks, the halftime show is coming up next. And then it's on to the third quarter. We'll step aside right now.
Now, presented by Sprint.
From the 2K Sports Studios, it's halftime. They're at the breakout in Oklahoma City, and it's turning into a blowout, folks. A great team effort by the Pistons so far. They've held tough defensively. Great rim protection, too, when you look at all the blocks. Brandon Jennings has been on a roll in the first half. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. For the Thunder, a different story. They've been getting roundly outplayed up to this point, and they'll need a bounce-back effort to make up for it in the second half. Kevin Durant dominating the first two. He's got 13 points. He's been getting it done on both ends of the court. Look at the assists, look at the rebounds. It's all adding up to a great first half. And that'll be our report. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope to see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Great shot of the Oklahoma City skyline there as we get back to action here.
What a performance from Jennings here. 16 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Thunder trailing by 18. On the court for the Pistons, Josh Smith and Greg Monroe at the 3 and 4. Rodney Stuckey out there with Jennings. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Now here's Durant, and stolen by Jennings. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Kevin, the Thunder are often seen as getting into one another during games in what looks like heated arguments. But that is the culture they want, as every player can hold each other accountable. Coach Scott Brooks describes it saying, "I'm with them every day." Did they have some competitive moments? Absolutely. But that's how we work here. We challenge each other. It gets chippy. You can't argue with the results, even if it looks like they are always at each other's throats, guys.
I believe it. Those must make for some good battles, Doris. Thanks. And here's Jennings following Russell Westbrook's 3. Now here's Jennings. 16 points for him. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, the Pistons have shown interest in signing Monroe to a long-term deal, but he said that he would like to wait until after his 4th season before putting ink to paper. Might be in his best interest to do that. He's a promising young player.
That free throw, no good. And Greg Monroe, the number 7 pick back in 2010. You redo that draft, he could have been the top pick, number 2, number 3, right in that area.
Yeah, great pickup for Detroit. I mean, you think about what he does for this team. Had a triple-double last season, first Piston player, in fact, in 8 years to do that.
Wow.
So I think he's got the potential to be a 20-10 guy with great assists for a long time. Oklahoma City needs to do a much better job against Monroe.
9 points, and what a tear he's been, rejecting shot after shot.
No doubt, Clark. He has absolutely owned the paint.
Now here's Westbrook. 10 points for him. He feeds it to Ibaka. Clock at 6. Poked away. Step back shot. Again, the Thunder score. Pistons leading by 16. Feeds it to Smith. Pass to Monroe. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Monroe's got his 5th rebound in this one. Jennings dishes to Drummond. Stuckey outside. Dribbled by Cephalosha. Out to Smith. Nailed from three-point land. Smith's got 7 points in the game.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by Brandon Jennings.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, during that break, Coach Maurice Cheeks had some words for his team. He outlined a new set of priorities for them, the main one being to attack the basket at every opportunity. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Now here is Cephalosha. Shot's good by Ibaka. 13 points in the game.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint, and when you can get them, you got to score them.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
It's one thing to intimidate with your play, and it's another to get in the face of a player's shot you just blocked. Last season, Ibaka took it to that next level and ruffled some feathers by doing just that.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. There's the lob to the hoop. Kicks it out to Jennings. Another three for Detroit. And speaking of Ibaka getting feisty, I remember seeing him get into it. In fact, with Coach Brooks when he was subbed out of a game, there was that flagrant foul against Blake Griffin. He's got a fuse.
Well, he's showing a little bit of a hot-headed streak, Kevin. I like that. A little feistiness. You like that from your big men. You know, you want them to be tough.
Showing emotion.
Exactly.
Passion.
As long as you control the emotion.
Well said, Steve.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. This shooting has been off the charts.
Detroit making a switch here. Villanueva's checked in. The Thunder have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Jennings against Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. They get Russell Westbrook.
You know, if you're not a big, strong guard in the NBA, it can be tough going in the paint. But for Brandon Jennings, you know, he's got that floater in the lane, and that's what's allowed him, despite his slight frame, to be able to score in the paint.
That one is off. And you know, going back to Jennings, so fast, incredibly explosive. He can really Clark it into the lane.
Yeah, but you know, he struggled finishing at the rim. Some of that because of his size. Not really a physically imposing guy. Developing that floater and learning to avoid NBA shot blockers is something that he has to continue to develop.
Good on the second free throw. Thunder trailing by 20. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
We've really got to be exactly on the same page to connect on that long alley-oop.
And even then, it's a tough play.
Yeah, the pass and the catch, both next to impossible. They pulled it off.
Here's Jennings. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Jennings with the ball. He's got 20. Kicks it to Villanueva. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Charlie Villanueva in this one, 9 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
Well, anytime they've needed him, he's come through defensively. He's made a major impact on this game.
And the first one at the line is good. So for the Pistons, Kyle Singler comes in for Josh Smith. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. And so Villanueva nails both of them. Thunder trailing by 20. Here's Durant. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, offensively, he needs much less space to operate than most players. It's amazing how well he can get his shot off, even with somebody right in his face.
You know, even the tightest defensive pressure doesn't seem to faze him in the least. I mean, you can attribute it to his concentration, where he has incredible focus, or you could just say he's one of those gifted scorers.
Here's Westbrook. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Westbrook with the bucket. Pistons leading by 16. Here is Jennings. Pass to Singler. There's the feed to Villanueva. The kick out to Billups. Buries the long-range jumper. Billups has got 8.
Defensively, they're really scattered right now, giving up so many open looks from the three-point line.
Yeah, they are splashing them. Their last 3 buckets have all come from behind the arc.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 14. And Durant, here we go. That's good. Durant's got 19 points. The Pistons have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Westbrook against Jennings. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Drummond throws it down.
Surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Man, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Now Westbrook outside Durant. 6 to shoot. Detroit with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today. It's amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
Thunder trailing by 21. Westbrook passes to Perkins. Inside. The kick out to Westbrook and stolen by Jennings. And now the Pistons fast break. And counting. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Detroit.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing, guys, defensively, a great job of closing out and blocking shots.
So for the Pistons, Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Serge Ibaka. The Thunder have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Collison with a screen on Billups. Jackson kicks to Durant. Back to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Knocked away. Durant just inside the line. Again, Durant missing. Detroit with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Singler dishes to Urebko. Villanueva against Collison. And Villanueva kicks to Singler. The pass to Caldwell Pope from deep. Westbrook pulls it in. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Sefolosha passes to Collison, and the shot is good. Collison's got 6.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Billups against Jackson. Here's Villanueva. The shot no good. And the Thunder going the other way now. Westbrook with it. Now defended by Caldwell Pope. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Pistons leading by 22. Dishes it to Billups. Pass to Caldwell Pope. He kicks it to Singler. Shoots the three. And again, it's the Pistons missing. The Thunder shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. The drive by Jackson. There's the dish to Lamb. Thabit kicks to Jackson. Jackson off the pick from Thabit. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Billups. He dishes it to Monroe. Here's Jerebko. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Jerebko's got 10 points. Here's Oklahoma City. Collison with the screen for Jackson. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
With that basket, it's now 6 points off of their giveaways this quarter.
Yeah, they got to tighten things up out there, Clark. I mean, they are not playing well at all. It's time to take care of the ball and get some good shots.
Billups dishes to Monroe. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Durant. And here is Billups. 13 points in the game. Jacks up a three. But they recover it. Rebounded by Jackson. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Here's Durant. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
What a performance from Durant here. He's got 19 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Yeah, a lot of times he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. Pistons leading by 23. Outside Billups. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Billups. He feeds it to Monroe. And Thabit with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
4 seconds on the shot clock. 4.
Just 3 to shoot. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yep, I thought so too, Clark.
Jackson passes to Lamb. Back to Jackson, expanding his range. Rebounded by the Pistons. There's 1:54 left here in the third quarter. Durant against Billups. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Shoots. And yes, a nice assist from Billups.
Assist goes to
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
Well, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, I guess we can call him KCP. 6'6" shooting guard out of Georgia, one of those guys that stat heads love because he has that rare combination of being a great three-point shooter and a great free throw shooter. Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Detroit leading by 23. 1:09 left to play here in the third. Here's Billups, the turnaround jumper. Count it. Billups has got 10 points in the quarter. Throw back to Caldwell Pope. Not just a shooter, he can defend. Average 2 steals a game. Clark also grabs 7 rebounds a contest at Georgia.
Kevin certainly has the athleticism to impact the game with his quickness and jumping ability. The question can be he develop his ball handling and take advantage of the athleticism offensively?
Collison, and it's blocked by Jerebko. Outside Billups. Singler with it. He's picked up by Lamb. And Singler kicks to Caldwell Pope. Over to the wing, the three, and he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from Jerebko. Jerebko's got 13. The Thunder shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it. Jackson kicks to the beat. Durant dishes to Jackson. Now here's Lamb.
Well, he tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Rodney Stuckey.
Here's Jackson. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Pistons ahead, running away with it. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And at the end of the third. And well, Detroit shooting so well, 63%, the offense working as one cohesive unit. Reggie Jackson out there with Derek Fisher. Then there's Hasheem Thabeet. Then there's Perry Jones. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
At the line for the Pistons, Charlie Villanueva, taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
You know, Detroit, despite how they struggled, did a few good things last year, even though they fell way short of the playoffs. But playing against the Western Conference, playing well against the Western Conference, wasn't one of the things they did well.
That one misses. Well, as you mentioned, with the Pistons and the West, just a 4-26 record for them, Clark, and with the second worst in the entire league. Steve, only one win better than the Bobcats, who had a league-low 3 in that category. What went wrong there?
Well, it's the youth for sure. They made a lot of mental mistakes. They didn't have that one player who could consistently create his own shot and open up space. That's one of the reasons they went out and got Josh Smith, to try to be that player and that leader.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Oklahoma City. And Fisher kicks to Adams. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. Adams has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Oklahoma City. Bynum, the pass to Smith. Here's Oklahoma City now. Fisher dishes to Jones. And Fisher kicks to Jackson. Jones against Villanueva. Lock at 6. That one off the back iron and out. The Pistons shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Here's Smith. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Jackson against Stuckey. And the basket by Jackson.
Good possession there, resulting in the easy one down low.
Detroit dictating the flow. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Stuckey passes to Smith, and stolen by Sefolosha. On the wing, Jackson. Sefolosha dishes to Jackson. Blocked. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And Villanueva with the stuff.
Boy, Will Bynum certainly can pass the orange.
The Thunder have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Jackson off the pick from Adams. The drive by Jackson. Feeds to Jones. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Now a timeout called with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. He wants his guys to devote a lot more energy to clamping down on the inside and preventing any shots from close range. Better interior defense was his message. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Drummond. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Jackson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Three-pointer, and that one's good from Fisher.
And you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Pistons leading by 23. Bynum with it. Oh, and wait a second, guys. We've got a whistle, and it's on the defense. So a shooting foul on the dunk, so a chance to grab those 2 points coming up here at the line. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Oklahoma City. Free throw, no good for Drummond.
Well, you could see it at the start of the season that Oklahoma City was being driven by falling short in the 2012 finals. Their focus was on being the best team in the West, and they jumped on that goal right from the start.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Bynum, kicks it to Drummond. Now the feed to Villanueva. Pistons passing it around. The jump hook, and Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by Villanueva. And for the Thunder, the second best regular season record in the league last season, Steve, at 60-22.
Well, and they had the best point differential in the league, Kevin, which I think is probably the best barometer in terms of how well you're playing. But clearly the Westbrook injury in the first round of the playoffs against Houston just completely took the wind out of their sails. And I would look for Oklahoma City to be back this year with everybody healthy. They'll have a chip on their shoulders. They want to get back to the finals this year.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Ibaka sets the pick for Jackson. Here's Fisher, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Now here's Bynum. The pass to Mitchell. Down low, here's Drummond. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
The Thunder have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Jackson off the pick from Adams, trying his luck deep, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
That's just a case of 2 teammates working perfectly together, one setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Villanueva. Smith comes in for Mitchell. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Jennings in for Will Bynum. Oklahoma City's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Jennings against Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Russell Westbrook suffering that torn meniscus in his right knee after the collision with the Rockets' Patrick Beverley in the first round of last year's playoffs. Really just derailed the Thunder's hopes for a championship.
First one falls for him. Going back to Westbrook until that knee injury, he never missed a game in his 5-year NBA career. Clark, the longest consecutive games streak in the NBA.
How about going back to college and high school? Didn't miss any games there either.
Right,
Remarkably durable. So this is really his first experience with a major injury, Kevin. Knowing him, though, and his tenacity and his desire to be great, I think he's going to be able to respond just fine.
Now here's Stuckey. Jennings kicks to Monroe. That's good.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
The Thunder have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Getting some solid looks for them. Westbrook with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and then Durant with the jam.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bring her down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him.
Here is Jennings. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Here's Monroe. Ibaka with some nice D.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Ibaka right side. Dishes it to Durant. Poke loose. Now here's the fast break. Stuckey leading the way. And he gets the bucket. 15 points for Greg Monroe.
Well, he's very strong inside, particularly as a finisher. So even if you give him a hard foul, hard contact, nothing seems to bother him. And this guy, as a result, is a good scorer.
Exactly. That's about the only way to stop him once he's making a run at the hoop. When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Ibaka. He has 9 rebounds and 1 steal. This is some performance we're witnessing out of him.
This is a night to remember for sure, guys.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Now here's Drummond. Pass to Smith for the 3. Perkins pulls it in. Perkins got 6 rebounds here tonight. Westbrook up top. He's guarded by Jennings. Now Perkins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Durant, the pass to Ibaka. No good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Outside Jennings. He kicks it to Drummond. Smith against Durant. Outside Jennings. Back to Smith. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Jennings can't get it to go.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Durant. Durant's got 4 assists in the game. And here's Jennings. Smith in the posts, defended by Durant, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And 11 points for Josh Smith.
Some killer instinct he showed right there, exploding to the rim and adding to that lead.
Jennings against Westbrook. And that one's good.
Boy, this guy just plays with a love of the game. You can see it, how he prepares, his work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. When he hits the floor, it is all basketball.
Detroit leading by 19. Smith outside. Jennings against Westbrook. Jennings kicks to Smith. For 3. And that's good for 3 points. Nice shot from Stuckey.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
You know, Josh Smith is one of the last guys you want to see in the open court if you're a defender. I mean, when he's coming at you to slam it on you and you're backpedaling and looking over your shoulder, oh man, that's a scary, scary feeling.
Ibaka against Monroe. Durant dishes to Perkins. Outside Westbrook. Cephalosha with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. Cephalosha's shot is good. Well, Steve, back to Smith. A great combination of quickness and strength and leaping ability.
Yeah, he moves like a small forward, but can finish over the biggest and tallest players in this league. So, you know, when he gets ahead of steam in transition, you better watch out.
Now, here is Smith. Count that one. And that's 13 points here for Drummond. And guys fighting fire with fire, if you will. Got some attitude thrown his way on the last play. Now gives him right back.
I'll tell you what, if you're going to give anybody attitude, he's probably not the guy to give it to.
Exactly. That's a surefire way to get him pumped up, ready to make some plays and put on a show of his own. You don't want to start that up.
Here is Jennings following the basket by Russell Westbrook. The dish to Stuckey, pass to Monroe. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Well, you guys, I love the growth that Greg Monroe has shown in his first 3 years in the league. It's been slow and steady, but that's the kind of player you can build around, consistently getting better and highly skilled.
And that one falls for Monroe. And for Monroe at 6'11", he's a bit of a tweener between power forward and center. And he said he's comfortable playing at either position.
Well, that's a great thing to have, that type of versatility on the front line, because you know that teams are going to break down a little bit, get in foul trouble, have injuries. So you have a guy who gives you that kind of flexibility. It's a huge asset.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Detroit really is one of the younger teams in the league as far as their core and future are concerned. It's always nice to kind of think, what might they become going forward? But they are going to struggle at times, especially on the road.
Well, tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. An impressive win for the Pistons.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
Yeah, they did. Their depth is really one of their greatest attributes.
Depth always a factor in wins like this, and what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Jennings. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone on his team on offense.
.55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pistons did have big problems getting wins on the road, and that is one of the reasons why the fans were a bit frustrated with how the team developed over the course of last year. Steve, they just couldn't finish off games when they were the road team.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. Just 11-30 away from the Palace. And, you know, when you're a young team, it takes a lot of mental toughness and growth to be able to close out games on the road. It's something they're still learning.
Rejected by Caldwell Pope. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Billups against Jackson. Outside Billups. And that one goes long.
That's a shot he's got to hit. I mean, you don't get too many better looks from that range.
Stolen by Monroe. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Brandon Jennings.